Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football, breaking down the game we love for you, the smart hardcore fan. And if you're not a smart fan, you keep it locked in right here. We will educate you up with the help of Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama. We are breaking down the SEC's top 5 position by position. We've arrived at the wide receivers. Please check out the videos we've posted on quarterbacks and running backs. Keep in mind that you can keep us going by helping us build the channel. We encourage you to grab the Amazon link in the description section below. Do your regular Amazon shopping using that link. Also, we've got 2 exclusive live streams available for you. If you grab the other link that says Voice of College Football Community, join our community. You get the exclusive live stream where you can jump on, talk college football directly with me, and also the exclusive live stream where I respond to your viewer comments, more than 40,000 to date. Stephen, imagine being able to come on, talk college football with the voice of college football. How can you beat that?
You can't beat that with a stick. I mean, you get to come on and showcase your expertise and let the fans know that you are among the voices of college football.
There you go. And we've got a great voice here in Stephen M. Smith, who's been helping us out for a long, long time. So please join him and the rest of the staff there to touchdownalabama.com. Wide receiver, Stephen, is always a position in the SEC that I marvel at. If you look at the last 10 years, the likes of Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. and Julio Jones and A.J. Green, and we could go on and on and on. Calvin Ridley and Mike Evans, and I will not be able to hit everyone because it's just a freakishly athletic list, and it's always a fun position to rate in any conference, but those SEC athletes at this position are a marvel, so I would love to get your top 5 for 2019.
Top 5 wide receivers for 2019. At number 5, Mark, I'm going to give the Auburn Tigers some love here, despite the fact that they got a list of guys that are very talented. Seth Williams comes to mind, the prospect out of Paul Bryant High School in Tuscaloosa, who's with the Tigers. But at number 4, I like Juwan Jennings out of Tennessee. This is still a big-time target at 6'3". I know he did not have the greatest of seasons last year. You've mentioned it, Mark. Tennessee's offense up and down, and anemic, cold, non-productive. But if it gets the offensive line play, Jared Guarantano has experience. Juwan Jennings has been in big games before. He's made big catches, sometimes Hail Mary type catches. He's a physical, big body. He lives for the marquee moment. I like Juwan Jennings at number 4 out of Tennessee. Number 3, Van Jefferson of Florida. He was a star at Ole Miss, comes over to Florida, picks up where he left off. I did not skip a beat, helping the likes of Felipe Franks. I know Florida's also got guys like Hammond and Kadarius Toney and Freddie Swain. They've got a lot of guys mixed around that receiving core. But Van Jefferson at 6'2", 6'3", he's kind of the security blanket to make things go. Like what he brings to the table, coming back to help out with Felipe Franks. I got Jefferson at 3. Number 2, you go down to Aggie Land, Texas A&M, where they got a bunch of guys. But the main guy I'm pulling out here, Courtney Davis at 6'2", led the team in touchdown receptions a season ago as far as wide receivers are concerned. He had 7. He's back with Kellen Mond. Kellen Mond has to enjoy having Courtney Davis back, so he's number 2. And at number 1, Alabama has got a flood of wideouts, but it starts with the Florida native, Jerry Jeudy, a season ago, 68 catches, 1,315 yards receiving, had 14 touchdowns, and they had the Crimson Tide in all 3 of those areas. The Fred Biletnikoff Award winner, the Heisman, not the Fred Biletnikoff Award winner, the consensus All-American, excuse me. He is actually in the running to potentially be the number 1 overall pick in the upcoming draft, but Jerry Jeudy at number 1 in terms of receivers coming back to the SEC.
Yeah, the lack of productivity at Tennessee is pretty astounding considering the wide receiver position. They only scored 24 points or more once against FBS competition last year, but you mentioned the likes of Juwan Jennings, Marquez Callaway, also a good one. Jennings has 2 of the biggest catches in Tennessee in recent years under Butch Jones, beating Georgia on the Hail Mary you reference. Also had a huge catch in a big comeback against Florida a couple years ago in Knoxville to break like an 11-year losing streak against the Gators. Marquez Callaway, a good one at Tennessee. Devonta Smith, as you mentioned, it's almost impossible to wade through the Alabama talent at the position with Jalen Waddle. Devonta Smith, of course, at Alabama, he of the national championship win 2 years ago. Lynn Bowden's a good one at Kentucky. He caught 67 last year, 745 yards and 5 touchdowns for a limited offense in which he was the threat in the passing game. Jonathan Johnson's a good one at Missouri. You also have a situation there with LSU where a number of guys could step up. Brian Edwards, I've also often thought was an undervalued guy at South Carolina. He's a big, lanky guy, big frame, high points the football, really good downfield guy. He's been very productive since he stepped on campus on a Thursday night against Vandy as a freshman. No Deebo Samuels now, so he may get more looks in the passing game as well. And then we can't forget Vandy and Kalisha Lipscomb, who caught 87 passes for Vandy. So it's...
Oh, he's prolific. He is prolific.
Yes. Kyle Shermer no longer there. We'll see if he's able to maintain that kind of productivity with Riley Neal now at quarterback for Vandy. So it's always a fun position to break down and then just put on the highlight reel and watch these guys do their thing, especially, again, in the SEC. Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama breaking down SEC wide receiver play for 2019. Stephen, we hope to have you back real soon.
Thank you so much, Mark, as always. Have fun.